All of us are asking questions. Why am I here? Who put me here? And what am I called to do? 25 years ago, I was sitting in an auditorium with 12,000 people. And I remember it was right before a break, and a man shared a simple 10-minute message. And it was this simple concept of the 5 life roles. Don't limit yourself to one speciality, he said, but look at 5 life roles. One is a person, and that it's your walk with God. And how do you be successful as a person? And it's our love and our wisdom that we have to cultivate in order to be successful as a person. And then he said, as a partner, you have to cultivate character, because most marriages break down between husbands and wives because there's a lack of character. So develop character. Then he said, as a parent, you need disciplines, because children do what you do, not what you say. You have to be a model of what God has done in your life before your children can pick it up. And then he said, as a provider, you need to have integrity, because people do business with people they trust. And if you have these 4 life roles in order, loving God, loving your spouse, loving your children, and loving those in your workplace, you'll have a life message that's been deepened that God will broaden. Because people will grab your arm and say, let us go with you, for we see God is with you. We see God in your personal life. We see God in your marriage, because your wife smiles and your husband pursues you. We see God in your family, because your children love being together. And we see God in your business. He's prospering it. We want to go with you, and that's what makes you a proclaimer in your spheres of influence. I remember turning my notebook to the back and just saying, wow, this is amazing. This is something that's worth living for the rest of my life. It's so big that I know I wouldn't be able to accomplish it, but every year I could continue to grow in it. To the degree that I've let God have control of my life, I've sought first the kingdom and His righteousness, then He makes all these other things come to pass. When I love God, and I receive His love from all the mercies and the grace and the patience and the loving kindness and the truth of God, that transforms me. And that begins to transform all of my other relationships. The greater I let Him have impact in my life, the more influence I have as a partner, as a parent, as a provider, and as eventually a proclaimer to those whom God has given to me.